friends, welcome back to my channel. It's Megan and today I have another book haul. This is the book haul that consists of books I bought in July and also August. So it's 2 months worth of books. Not that that makes how big this book haul is okay, but it makes me feel a little bit better that it's 2 months considering I did like 4 of these in 1 month. So regardless, this is the July and August book haul. I'm going to start with the July and August books I got in book boxes. So if you don't want spoilers, although I don't think they'd be spoilers at this point, or if you don't care to see these, you can skip ahead to this time. So our first book came in the July Owlcrate, and that was Goddess in the Machine by Laura Beth Johnson. In this story, we are following Andra, who went into a cryonic sleep. She was expecting to be in this sleep for 100 years, but it ended up being 1,000. And when she comes out of the sleep, all her friends and family are dead, and the people of this culture or of this time believe that she is a deity, and they are referring to her as the goddess. So it is her trying to fit in and also take on the role of being a goddess. Next is the July Fairy Loot book, which was Shielded by Kaylin Flanders. And in this we are following Jenna Sara, or Jenna for short. She is a princess and second to the throne, second only to her brother. And she did not inherit the magical abilities that he has. However, one day when her kingdom is under attack, she wants to take her place and fight for her kingdom, but her father will not allow her to and instead marries her off in exchange for supplies that are needed for the kingdom. On the way to her betrothed, her caravan is ambushed and she realizes that the threat to the kingdom is much worse than it seems, so therefore she must decide if it's worth exposing a secret or not to save her kingdom. The next one is the July Lit Joy Crate book, and that was The Princess Will Save You by Sarah Henning, which is a gender-bent princess bride retelling. Next is the July Bookish Box book, and that was Girl Serpent Thorn by Melissa Machardist. And this tells the story of a princess who was cursed with a poisonous touch from birth. However, she must decide between love and freedom, and it sounds so good. And I know I've shown the Fairy Loot dust cover several times. Bookish Box didn't have one, but oh my gosh, that Fairy Loot one. Oh, Bookish Box had this one. So still very pretty, and I'm so anticipating picking this one up. I don't know how I haven't done it already. Next was the July Owlcrate, which was my very first Owlcrate box, and it was Seven Devils by Elizabeth May and Laura Lamb. And I'm just going to read the little tagline here. It says, "When loyalty to the Empire is programmed from birth, resistance is futile, until now." And the final July book box book is I Killed Zoe Spanos from the Real Bookish Box. And this is a story of a girl named Zoe who takes a summer job babysitting in this small town. However, when she arrives, the town gets a little bit freaked out because she resembles a girl who went missing the previous holiday season, and people are starting to speculate, and she is accused of this girl's disappearance and murder, and it sounds so good. Next is the Owlcrate and Fairy Loot August books, which were the same book. The Owlcrate was purple and the Fairy Loot was gold, but it was Star Daughter. In this, we are following a girl who is the daughter of a star. Her mother is a constellation, or somehow lives in a constellation, and the pull to be the star or live in the stars with her mother has always been strong, but it's never been so strong that it has caused injury. However, one day she accidentally injures her human father and must decide how to take care of him and how to heal him, and only a full star can heal him. The next book was the Lit Joy August book, and that is Set Fire to the Gods by Sarah Rosh and Kristen Simmons, and I have heard this pitched as elemental, like Avatar The Last Airbender meets Gladiators, and I don't really want to go further than that because that already sounds incredible. Next is The Space Between Worlds by Micaiah Johnson, and this is the Owlcrate August book, This tells the story of a world in which a man has discovered how to travel between parallel universes, and the key is that you must not exist in the universe you are trying to travel to. And we are following a girl who has the ability to travel to, I think it's like 380 other universes because she only exists in 8. Next is the real bookish book for August, and that was Where Dreams Descend by Janella Angeles. I actually did already read this book and it was fantastic. It tells the story of this world in which a city is kind of dying and is freezing over, and the only way to save it is to bring magic back. So there is a group of very popular and very talented magicians who are competing for the headliner of the Conquering Circus to help bring and restore this city. However, we are following Kalia, who is a female magician, and females are very frowned upon in this society, so she is not only competing for the title, but also just to like exist and be a magician as a female. There's a lot of good challenging of like typical stereotypes, and it was really, really good. I highly recommend if you are a fan of Phantom of the Opera or Caraval, you will love this book. And the final book box book was from my Unplugged Book Box, which was my very first Unplugged box. I'm still waiting on Bookish Box, so that'll come in like a September haul. But the book for Unplugged was Cartega by A.N. Sage. In this world, we are following Sid, who is a gifted mechanic and has always longed to fit in and find her own place. This opportunity is gifted to her when an attack happens on the spaceship and they are hurtled into a wasteland and must work to go back. However, Sid starts to uncover some secrets that make her skeptical, and she now must choose between going back and surviving on this new wasteland. Next are the pre-orders I got in the months of July and August. The first is The Faithless Hawk by Margaret Owen, which is the sequel to The Merciful Crow, a story in which we are following Fi, who is a crow and the lowest caste in this caste system, and we are following her quest alongside 2 other pretty cool people to tear down the kingdom from the inside out. Next is Cinderella is Dead by Kaylin Bayron, and this is a retelling of Cinderella in which I think it's LGBTQIA+ rep, so I was very much anticipating this one, and the glare is really bad, so sorry about that, but I was very much anticipating this one. I've heard really good things about it, and I'm hoping to pick it up soon. Next is The Shadow of Kiyoshi, and this is the sequel to The Rise of Kiyoshi, which I still need to purchase. I just got this one because they were having a Comic-Con exclusive edition sale, so it came with this really cool dust cover, and it is the backstory of the Avatar Kiyoshi. And next is Unravel the Dusk by Elizabeth Lim, which is the sequel to Spin the Dawn. I've not read Spin the Dawn yet, but I've heard it's a retelling of Mulan set on Project Runway. Next are some sequels I needed, well, not needed, but very much wanted, so I could complete some of my sets. The first is Stars Above, which is one of the Lunar Chronicles like short story collections, and this is the last book I needed to complete my Lunar Chronicles set. And the Lunar Chronicles is one of the series I had said at the beginning of the year that I would like to finish in 2020, so I'm gonna claim that this one was needed. Next is A Reaper at the Gates, and I got this for like $5 at Books A Million, so that was super exciting. I just need to get this stupid sticker off. But this is by Saba Tahir. I'm not sure what the story is about, but it is, I believe, the 3rd book in the An Ember in the Ashes quartet. I don't know if there's going to be more books in the series other than A Sky Beyond the Storm that's coming out in like November or December, but I originally was collecting the paperbacks, but then I realized that the paperbacks don't come out till like a year after the hardbacks, and then I found a really good price on the Barnes & Noble hardback An Ember in the Ashes, so now I'm getting all the hardbacks, so I have a problem. And next is Ghosts of the Shadow Market, and this is a short story bind up in the Shadow Hunters Chronicles or series or whatever it's called. Next are just some random editions of books that I thought were cool. First I have the Serpent and Dove Barnes & Noble edition. I got this purely because I wanted another set to put the Fox and Wit dust jackets on, which I also recently purchased to go on my Serpent and Dove collection shelf. Next, I was at a yard sale with my dad and I saw the Spanish edition of The Hunger Games. And I've taken 7 years of Spanish, still don't know how to speak it, but I can a little bit read it, like just a little bit. I probably couldn't tell you like word for word, but I can get the gist. So I do want to like kind of hone that skill a little bit more. So I'm picking up some Spanish books in some of my favorite books, hoping that will assist in my quest to hone my skills. Next, I got the Mina Lima edition of The Adventures of Pinocchio, and after this one, I only need The Little Mermaid, and I'm caught up on the Mina Lima classics, which is super exciting because I think these are so cool and so pretty. Next, I got some manga, or one manga, and it's Astra Lost in Space, and I've heard very good things about this. Mia from Mia Rose Reads recommended this one, so I definitely wanted to pick it up. I also got The Secret Love of Geek Girls by Hope Nicholson and Kelly Sue DeConnick. And I believe that this is an LGBTQIA+ graphic novel, and it just looks super, super cute. Next, I picked up Night Spell by Leah Cypress. This is the same author that wrote Mistwood, which I also have not read, but the synopsis sounded pretty cool. It's a kingdom of ghosts, and I saw this at the same garage sale that I got the Spanish Hunger Games at, so I decided to why not try it? Next, I got Lovely War by Julie Berry, and I picked this one up purely because Haley from Haley and Bookland recommends it a lot, and it's a fiction novel that includes mythology, which I think sounds really cool. It's essentially like told from Aphrodite's point of view, and I thought that was so fascinating. Next, I picked up Leah on the Offbeat, which is the companion novel to Simon versus the Homo Sapiens Agenda, and I did read Simon and enjoy it, so I wanted to pick this one up as well. Next, I picked up The Wedding Date by Jasmine Gilroy, and I picked this one up because I got the proposal and it sounded really good, and then I found out that The Wedding Date was like the first book, but I don't know if it's like a continuous series or if it's like a companion series and you can read each book on its own, but I wanted to pick this one up just in case, and yeah. Next, I'm really excited for this one. I got Well Met by Jen DeLuca, and this is a Renaissance fair rom-com in which these two people are enemies in real life but lovers in their Renaissance like characters, and they don't realize that they are each other, and I think that is so funny. Also, Well Played, which is the either sequel or companion novel, is releasing today, which is Tuesday, September 22nd, so yes. And the final book in this book haul is My Plain Jane by Cynthia Hand, Brody Ashton, and Jody Meadows, otherwise known as the Lady Janies. I now have this one and My Lady Jane. I just need to get My Calamity Jane. And if you aren't aware, this is a kind of companion series in which you are following different Janes throughout history, but it's told in a really comedic format. So that is all for this book haul. Let me know which books you thought are really exciting and which one I should read first, or what books you've bought recently. And thank you guys so much for watching again. I will check in with you in my next one. Bye, friends!